These heaps of chopped banana plants are usually treated as trash, burned, or left to rot after the fruit is harvested.
But in one corner of the world, this so-called waste is the start of something completely unexpected.
It's being transformed into soft, breathable women's underwear.
Inside this factory, banana plant fibers travel through a maze of machines before ending up in your dresser drawer.
Same comfort, same style, but a very different story behind the fabric you feel against your skin.
Underwear is one of the most personal products you own, and yet you probably never think about what it's actually made from.
For decades, the answer has mostly been cotton and oil-based synthetics like polyester and nylon.
Cotton uses huge amounts of water, while synthetics come from fossil fuels, so textile makers are turning to crops we already grow in abundance.
Bananas are one of the most widely grown fruits on Earth, and every harvested bunch leaves behind a massive plant that used to go to waste. Today, we'll follow that waste all the way from the field to finished women's underwear in a fully integrated banana fiber factory.
We'll see how stems are collected, how fiber is extracted and cleaned, how it's spun into yarn, knitted into fabric.
You'll see ingenious machines peel out threads from plants you thought were good for nothing but compost.
You'll learn how those plant threads become soft yarn, and how that yarn becomes stretchy fabric suitable for intimate wear.
And we'll look at how comfort, hygiene, and style are protected through strict quality and safety checks.
So, let's step inside and see how worldwide waste is turned into something surprisingly luxurious. Our journey begins at the banana farm, just after the fruit has been cut and shipped to markets.
Unlike trees, banana plants are actually soft, water-filled stems that must be cut down after each harvest.
Traditionally, these stems are left to decompose or are burned, releasing methane or smoke into the air.
But in this supply chain, they're collected as a valuable raw material for the textile factory.
Each batch is logged with basic information, farm location, date, and weight, to trace fiber back to its source.
From the farm, trucks carry the heavy, water-laden stems to decentralized fiber extraction centers close to the fields.
Pre-processing near the farm cuts down on transport weight and fuel use. Here, specialized decorticator machines scrape away the soft pulp to expose the plant's hidden fibers. The machine presses and scrapes in one pass, leaving behind long, coarse banana fibers that look almost like blonde hair.
Pulp is separated for compost or biogas, while the fiber bundles move on to become textiles.
Workers tie the fibers into hanks of consistent length, making it easier to handle in the next stages.
Technicians check moisture because too much water can cause mold during transport.
Then, the fibers are air-dried to reduce weight and to gently start the softening process. Over several hours, they lose moisture and become lighter, ready for the main factory.
Dried fibers are compressed into bales that maximize transport efficiency while still allowing air circulation.
Each bale is labeled with batch details, keeping the waste to wardrobe story traceable.
Now, the waste begins its second life as a raw textile material on its way to the main plant. This is where agricultural leftovers meet industrial precision.
On arrival, bales are sorted and staged based on their origin and fiber grade. The factory processes several tons of banana fiber per day, blending them into various fabric recipes.
Some batches are tagged specifically for underwear production, where softness and breathability matter most.
Those bales roll directly into the fiber preparation department. Here, the compressed bundles are opened up and fluffed, so each strand can be cleaned and refined.
A quick visual check ensures the fiber meets basic standards before it touches more expensive machinery.
Right now, it feels rough and rustic, but by the end of this process, it will be soft enough for everyday underwear.
The first challenge is to clean and separate individual fibers without breaking them.
Mechanical openers tease apart clumps, shaking out dust and bits of dried pulp.
Dust is sucked away to protect both the machinery and the people working around it.
Now more uniform, the fibers travel as a loose mat toward a wet treatment known as degumming.
Banana fibers naturally contain gums and pectins that must be removed to make them soft and spinnable.
Under strictly controlled temperature and pH, they soak in an eco-friendly degumming solution.
You can think of it as giving the plant a deep cleanse so the threads can move freely.
After degumming, multiple rinses remove residual chemicals and any remaining sap. Used water is treated and reused where possible to cut the environmental footprint.
Technicians constantly check pH and quality of discharge to meet strict regulations.
Excess water is squeezed out, leaving fibers damp but not dripping.
A warm air tunnel gently dries them without burning or over-drying the delicate strands.
Thermal sensors keep temperatures at a sweet spot so fiber quality stays consistent. By now, the once rigid banana stalk feels more like soft straw ready for combing.
Random samples are tested for strength and elongation before they're cleared for spinning.
Carding machines comb and align fibers, turning the chaotic fluff into orderly strands.
The output is a uniform fiber web that will be condensed into something much more yarn-like.
The web is split into slivers, long, untwisted ropes that are the foundation of every yarn.
From plant waste to spinnable sliver, the banana has now officially entered the world of textiles. The next step is to turn these slivers into smooth, strong yarn suitable for underwear. Drawing frames gently stretch the sliver, evening out thickness and aligning fibers even more. Several drawn slivers are blended into a roving, smoothing out any last irregularities.
Technicians fine-tune speeds and twist levels to hit the exact yarn thickness specified for women's underwear.
In the ring spinner, the roving is stretched even further, while a controlled twist locks fibers together as yarn.
Under the microscope, it's a braid of tiny plant fibers gripping each other tightly.
Line after line of spindles produce kilometers of yarn every hour. Tension sensors constantly monitor each strand. If it breaks or deviates, machines can stop automatically.
When a yarn snaps, a light signals the operator to fix just that spindle, keeping yield high.
Rejoining the yarn is a quick, skilled motion that keeps banana fibers flowing.
Filled bobbins are swapped out and sent to be wound into larger, more practical packages.
Binding machines build stable cones, adding clearer cuts and removing any weak points or knots they detect.
Electronic clearers scan the yarn for thick spots, thin spots, or foret particles.
Defective sections are cut out automatically, so only consistent yarn reaches the knitting machines.
For underwear, banana yarn is often blended with organic cotton and a touch of elastane for softness and stretch.
Blend spinning twists banana and cotton together, combining breathability with familiar comfort.
Under magnification, you can see the plant fibers from different crops intertwined in every thread.
Each cone is coated with its blend ratio and fineness, tailored to the feel of the final garment.
A quick visual and tactile check confirms the yarn is ready for knitting into fabric.
Now, it's time to turn these plant-based threads into a continuous, comfortable fabric.
Most women's underwear uses knitted fabrics, which are naturally stretchy and form-fitting.
The banana blend yarn is fed through tension guides into a ring of tiny needles.
Each needle forms loops, linking them row by row to create stretchy jersey fabric. The machine produces a seamless tube of fabric that will later be cut into panels for underwear. Different settings produce lighter or heavier knits for briefs, hipsters, or bralettes.
Technicians check stretch and recovery to make sure the banana blend behaves like a premium underwear fabric.
The tubes are then flattened and rolled, ready for scouring, dyeing, and finishing.
Before color is added, fabrics are scoured to remove any remaining oils or impurities. Everything is precisely controlled to avoid damaging the natural banana fibers.
In the color lab, designers choose subtle, skin-friendly shades popular for everyday women's underwear.
Low-impact dyes are measured to the gram, ensuring consistent shade while minimizing waste.
For high-quality underwear, many factories use jet dyeing, which circulates fabric gently through a dye liquor.
The jet action helps the dye penetrate evenly into each loop of yarn. After rinsing, the fabric is dried again, warming it gently to fix the color.
A stenter sets the fabric's final width and prevents unwanted shrinkage later in your washing machine.
Some lines receive softening finishes derived from plant oils to improve hand feel.
The result is a fabric that feels smooth and cool, very different from the original coarse banana stock.
Cameras inspect every square meter for holes, streaks, or color inconsistencies.
Detected flaws are marked and later cut around, so they never reach the final garment.
Now, the fabric is rolled, tagged, and allocated to different underwear designs and sizes.
Even though the colors look familiar, the stories behind these fabrics are anything but ordinary. Before cutting, planners optimize the pattern layout to squeeze the maximum number of pieces from each roll.
Smart software helps shrink cutting room waste, another important part of the worldwide waste story. With patterns ready and fabric prepared, the material is set to be transformed into familiar underwear shapes. This is where flat fabric becomes three-dimensional garments. Layers of banana blend fabric are spread carefully to prevent puckers or distortions. Pattern guides are aligned so that every cut follows the planned layout exactly. Computer-controlled blades cut dozens of identical front and back panels in a single pass. Each piece is sorted by size and style, ready for sewing lines dedicated to specific underwear models. Special attention is given to the gusset, the inner lining area where comfort and hygiene are critical.
Many garments use an extra soft, breathable cotton layer here, even when the main body is banana-based.
In the sewing room, dozens of skilled operators assemble the puzzle pieces into finished underwear. Overlock machines join panels with stretchable seams that move with the body.
Flat seams minimize ridges, so they stay smooth under clothes and reduce irritation.
The gusset is carefully aligned and stitched to ensure both coverage and comfort.
Soft elastic is attached at leg and waist openings, providing gentle grip without digging into the skin.
The banana cotton fabric and elastic must stretch and recover together, or the garment would lose shape.
Labels tell you how to wash the garment and quietly reveal its unusual origin.
Like a relay race, each sewer performs 1 or 2 operations before passing the garment to the next station.
Finally, the garment is turned right side out and quickly checked for obvious defects.
Loose threads are snipped, and any obvious irregularities are corrected immediately.
Random samples are compared against a reference size to ensure consistent fit.
Light steaming helps the underwear recover its intended shape after all the handling.
The result is a clean, smooth finish that feels good and looks neat.
Design teams test different cuts to match trends and body types, all while using the same banana-based fabric.
Minor tweaks to patterns, just a few millimeters, can dramatically change comfort and style.
Prototypes are pulled, stretched, and worn tested before the design is released for mass production.
It's hard to believe this refined garment began as something farmers once struggled to dispose of.
Before it reaches a store shelf or doorstep, each batch still has to pass strict quality checks.
Quality control is where every detail is scrutinized, from fabric strength to stitching accuracy.
Garments are measured against detailed size charts to ensure consistent fit across sizes and batches.
Even seam widths are checked, because uneven seams can affect comfort and durability.
Lab tests measure how much force the banana blend fabric can take before it fails.
Sample garments undergo repeated wash cycles to see how they shrink, fade, or lose elasticity over time.
Changes in size and color are logged and must stay within strict limits.
Absorbency and breathability tests show how well the material handles moisture against the skin.
Materials and dyes are tested to ensure they meet skin-safe standards and avoid harmful substances.
Third-party certifications help confirm that what touches your skin is free from banned chemicals.
Each piece is visually inspected before it's allowed anywhere near packaging.
Rejected underwear can be reworked, downgraded, or recycled, rather than simply thrown away.
Approved garments move to packing, where they're folded and placed into packaging designed to use as little plastic as possible.
On the outside, many brands now highlight the banana origin as a sustainability selling point. Cartoning machines seal each unit and mark it with batch information for traceability. Pallets are built for shipment to warehouses and retailers around the world.
Some factories work with logistics partners to choose shipping methods with a smaller carbon footprint.
Every pair made from banana waste replaces a little bit of open burning and a little bit of conventional fiber.
One plant can yield enough fiber for multage garments, while giving farmers an extra income source from what used to be trash.
Behind each item is a network of farmers, technicians, designers, and operators, all connected by a new way of thinking about waste.
Banana is just one example of how global waste streams are being turned into everyday essentials.
Back at home, they look like any other pair you'd reach for in the morning.
But now,
You know they once grew in a tropical field and were destined to be waste.
From chopped stems on a farm, through fibers, yarn, fabric, and stitching, to a simple, everyday garment.
The next time you buy basics, you might look twice at the label and wonder what other waste could be hiding in your wardrobe.
If you enjoyed seeing how banana plant waste becomes women's underwear, subscribe to join us on more journeys